Welcome back into American Agenda. I want to talk about this person today, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. She has drawn the ire of President Trump lately.
I don't know what happened to Marjorie. She's a nice woman, but I don't know what happened. She's lost her way, I think. So when somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's now catering to the other side, I don't know what, I guess she's, got some kind of an act going, but I'm surprised at her. But when somebody like Marjorie goes over and starts making statements like that, it shows she doesn't know.
So what's going on with her? Let's talk about it. Now, in response to those comments by President Trump, the Congresswoman, she did take to social media writing this: "I am America and America only, America first. This is my way and there is no other way to be." There have been a variety of issues the Congresswoman has been at odds with within the GOP. She has blasted Republican leadership during the shutdown fight, criticizing their refusal to extend Affordable Care Act tax credits. She has signaled openness to negotiating with Democrats to prevent what she calls health care chaos and rising premiums. And now she has joined Democrats in supporting a petition to force the Justice Department to release documents related to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation, a move publicly opposed by President Trump, the allies, senior GOP figures. We know that Greene has accused Republican men in Congress of being weak and afraid of strong conservative women, calling out what she described as a double standard within party ranks. In an interview with the Washington Post, she was quoted saying this: "There's a lot of weak Republican men, and they're more afraid of strong Republican women. So they always try to marginalize the strong Republican women that actually want to do something and actually want to achieve." She has labeled Israel's campaign in Gaza as genocide. She posted this to X: "It's the most truthful and easiest thing to say that October 7th in Israel was horrific and all hostages must be returned. But so is the genocide, humanitarian crisis, and starvation happening in Gaza." And lastly, I want to point this out. Back in August, she made the claim the Republican Party isn't representing everyday Americans, telling the Daily Mail this: "I don't know if the Republican Party is leaving me or if I'm kind of not relating to the Republican Party as much anymore," she revealed. "I don't know which one it is." So let's talk about it with our panel here today. Back with me on set, Nan Hayworth, senior contributor at The Federalist, Ben Weingarten. So, Nan, I'll let you get first crack at this. Sure. Dissect Marjorie Taylor Greene here, and why the switch on some things, or lack of agreement?
She's a populist. And populism is not fully what those of us who are fairly classical liberal conservatives, especially fiscal conservatives, that's not a completely fiscally conservative discipline. And it certainly tends to be isolationist. So I regret that she is completely misinterpreting what's been happening in Gaza and what the role of Israel actually is and what the role of Iran and Hamas actually are. That is a blind spot. That is ignorance that she should and could correct. But certainly in terms of policy, she's one of those people who wants to see, again, a populist point of view. She wants to see government. She doesn't necessarily want to shrink the size of government, but she wants to see government serve priorities of her constituents in a particular way.
Ben, I've had conversations with people that say they are conservative and Republican, and they kind of reiterated some of the things Marjorie Taylor Greene has said, that they don't necessarily feel, just maybe at this very moment, that the MAGA movement is serving the MAGA movement, if you understand what I'm saying here, that it's not MAGA enough right now, not America first enough right now.
Look, I think that there are clearly vigorous debates and arguments about what is an America first national security and foreign policy. What should our domestic policies look like on taxes, on regulation, on government programs, et cetera? And basically, we have real intellectual and ideological diversity. The left doesn't. Sometimes that's a blessing, and sometimes that's a real curse, obviously, because you need unity in politics, ultimately, to advance the ball down the field. But part of this might be that we've also seen the president's agenda be a victim of its own success, almost. I mean, we've had almost 10 months now of every single day pedal to the metal attempt to use every lever of the president's power to achieve that agenda. And he's done it, by the way, with Supreme Court reversing these rogue judges 24 times already. So I think we've never seen a populist, nationalist, conservative president do what he has done in less than a year. And I think people need to take a breath. People need to have a little bit of patience. This is incredibly hard to do. And this is with a Congress that is not really able to codify that agenda. So I think to the extent that the people are upset because it's not 100% done already a year in, look back at how challenging Trump 1 was, and look at how much has been achieved by Trump 2 already.
Great point.